Hey everybody, a Retro Geek Dad here, back with another toy review, and today we have something pretty special. So if any of y'all have followed me, I've made it my personal campaign to get a G.I. Joe classified series version 4 Snake Eyes. Now this is the original Real American Hero 3 3/4 version 4 Snake Eyes. This is my absolute favorite Snake Eyes. I love this. I love the colors and everything. I've done videos on him before, but what we have today is pretty special. So we have had acknowledgement from Hasbro that we are getting a version 4 Snake Eyes eventually. But until then, what we have today is going to blow your socks off. So let me zoom out here so we can get a good angle. I just got this in the mail just the other day. So this, I'm going to block the old school one here for a second. Let me get my camera off the tripod. This is our 12-inch G.I. Joe Snake Eyes. Okay, it is through ThreeZero, which they're at the bottom, but this is the version 4 Snake Eyes, 12 inches, collectible figure. Awesome. There's our ThreeZero right there. So I am really excited about this one. We are going to, let me get my camera back on the tripod. We are going to do a package walkthrough here, kind of look at what we got. We're going to open them up, definitely check out all the weapons, all the accessories, see what we got. So definitely stay tuned for this one because it's going to be awesome. Okay, and we're back. So this is the 1/6 scale G.I. Joe Commando Snake Eyes from ThreeZero. I picked this up from Big Bad Toy Store, and the retail on it was $160. So a little high, but it is a 12-inch figure, and I mean it's version 4 Snake Eyes. I couldn't resist. Just for scale, the box that it comes in is 14 inches tall. It is about 6 3/4 inches wide. I'm going to set Snake Eyes right here for a minute. And the depth is about 3 1/4 inches deep. So pretty good sized box. Not as big as like the Mondo stuff, but pretty decent. So we're going to look at the package, and I'm going to try to get as much as I can in the frame just because it's such a big package here. So we do have our version 4 Snake Eyes, G.I. Joe logo. The mask is awesome, holding the sword. The side of the package, of course, we do have a side profile, Commando Snake Eyes. And swapping it around at the back, do the best I can here to get all this in the frame. So let me come off the tripod. So we do have a lot of glamour shots here of our figure. Okay, all the legal stuff down here. All right, and this is not a toy, only suitable for ages 15 or above. So this is from the company ThreeZero. So there's it's a Hong Kong international company. So there is a lot of Japanese and Chinese and stuff on the back. But it is done through Hasbro, so it is licensed. I got the Hasbro logo at the bottom. And turning it on this side, we do have the G.I. Joe symbol. And we do have a little hologram ThreeZero logo right there. Kind of hard to see, but really cool. So let's move our old school Snake Eyes kind of out of the way. So we do have a window package. It does have Velcro, but the Velcro is kind of kind of iffy, like it wants to pull. But let's open that up. And there is our figure. And of course, you can't really see much because of the glare, but it's awesome. It's really cool. So I can't wait to get into this one. So let's go ahead and show off the top. So there is the top of the package. So, and of course, that's the Hasbro. So it's official. You know, it's an official figure. It's not like a knockoff or something. So we're going to open them up, take them out, see what we got. So stay tuned, and we're going to get into it. Okay, so let's go ahead and open up our figure here. So we do have some tape here on the bottom, these little circle things. Very carefully, let me find it. There we go. All right, oh, didn't cover the UPC code, but there is the UPC code. I forgot to cover that previously. So, kind of real carefully, because I want to kind of preserve the box if I ever decide to keep it in the box. Make sure, yep, that's it. Nothing else in there. So we do have some papers here. Let's see what these are sitting right there. I'm going to bring the camera up a little bit. So we do have like a little warranty card here for our figure. And then we do have a instruction manual. So we do have our figure, his katanas, submachine gun, pistol, tactical knife, hidden blade and forearm bracer, a couple stun grenades, a couple extra hands here. So that's really cool. There's our figure. So let's get on to our main attraction here. So we have a bag. It's on the back here, taped. Pull that off. So we do have our different hands. They come bagged. A couple fists, some grabbing hands, and some trigger finger hands. And we do have our stun grenades right here. And then we have some extra, I'm guessing these are wrist pegs maybe, in case something happens. Let me see if I can get a little closer here. So we do have a two-sided plastic container. Lid off. Set that to the side. Okay. So before we pull him out, let's go ahead and look at some of the weapons. So here we have our little machine gun. That's really cool, and it does have a little bar here. There we go. Just kind of maneuver it back out like the shoulder stock, but it does have some weathering on it. I'm not sure that's showing up, but there is some weathering. Really cool. And the clip does, look at that, the clip comes out and there's actually like detailed points on it, if you can see that. I'll slide that in. It just kind of click, so that's good. Really nice and detailed. I just would be very careful swiveling this because it does feel fragile. So I'd just be careful swiveling that. So there is the machine gun. We do have our pistol here, and it also has a little bit of weathering on it. So that's pretty cool. I wonder if, oh, yep. So its clip comes out too. And of course you can see the details there. So its clip comes out. That's really neat. Oh, wait a minute. It actually has a slide. The slide actually works. That's crazy. So it does have a slide back feature. And if you can see it, I'm not sure if you can see it, but there actually is a round in the chamber. So that's pretty cool. Just that little attention to detail, that's crazy. Let's take out the little knife here. Got some details, kind of hard to see the weathering on it. It's really cool. I know my lights are wanting to do the strobe thing. I think it's because it's LED. That's really cool there. And then we have this. So this is saying that it's a hidden blade in the forearm bracer. We'll have to look at that. But it's just a little blade, just a handle. Maybe it plugs into something, but we'll look at that. Of course, I have our figure. Now the katanas, let's go ahead and pull him out. Silica gel, we don't want to eat that. It don't taste that good. The katanas are on the side here. They're taped. Let's take those out. Yeah, they just got a couple pieces of tape holding them. Take a look at those. Now those, they've got a piece of plastic. Yeah. Oh, it's like peeling off the thing on the phone screen. So here we have our katanas. Real kind of easy. First impressions, they do feel very flimsy, not flimsy, fragile, very fragile. But the attention to detail is insane, like the wraps on the handle. They're both the same length, so they're both the same. But that is just crazy how cool these look. So I'll set those there. So let's check out the man himself. So he is wrapped in kind of a plastic. We do have a piece here that's just kind of taped on. Try to be careful, I don't want to mess up anything. And then he does have one protecting his mask. So let me see if I can adjust the camera here. Maybe slide it back some. Raise it up. Okay. Yeah, let me see what I can do with the camera here so we have a better angle. Okay, hopefully that'll be a little bit better of a camera angle. So we do have our figure. We do have cloth. He does have a cloth like sweater, turtleneck sweater, cloth pants. He does have, looks like a cloth underneath this front vest, like this black piece right here is underneath, so that's cloth. A lot of bells and whistles. I mean, it's just really cool. I just hope it's getting good. You can see it good on the video. And just for comparison, let's get our 3 3/4 here. So there is our 3 3/4. So really cool. I'm blown away by how much detail is on this figure here. Like, he's got all of these pouches, and all of these pouches, I believe they're individual because some of them are moving. So I think they all just kind of clip on. But it's crazy, the amount of detail. Let's look at articulation. So articulation. So on the head, it is on I believe it's a ball joint, and I don't think there's another joint in the neck, or there might be. Let's just see. Yeah, I believe there's some kind of joint here at the neck, but the neck, well, the head came off, but that's okay. Yeah, there is some movement here. It's kind of padded. I'm not sure why that's padded, or maybe it's just a piece of plastic to kind of bulk it out. But the head is really cool. We do have our, our little mask here. That's pretty cool. Let's pop that back on. Goes on pretty good. So that's the articulation for the head. So the arm, so the shoulder does go up and down. We do have clicking, so it does kind of click into place. It does feel like there's padding around the joints, like maybe some internal, or maybe something in the cloth, maybe where it's sewn. So we do have pretty good movement there. We do have rotation here too. So elbow, we do have an elbow joint. I believe it's single jointed, but we do have the clicking is it going into the pose. And then with the wrist is on a ball joint, so there is a lot of movement there. And it looks like it's just maybe not pushed all the way in. That's why there's that little bit of a gap there. So there's a lot of movement in the wrist. Let's see. We do have, the waist turns. I'm not sure if we have anything in the abdomen or the chest area that moves because of the vest. Legs are on a ball joint, it appears. And of course, everything's kind of limited by the cloth, so you don't want to pull it too far. We do have rotation here at the top, right there at the top of the thigh. Knees they feel like they're double jointed. Yeah, the knees appear to be double jointed. We do have rotation here at the top. Feels like it. And of course the foot is on a rocker. Pretty good movement there. So yeah, pretty good articulation. I know that this isn't really meant to be played with like a toy. It's more of a display piece. So we do have some pretty good movements for displaying it. I know a lot of the like the knee bracers and the arms bracers and stuff, they're wanting to kind of slide, which is understandable, against the fabric outfit. But yeah, it's really not something to be played with like a a He-Man or even a classified figure. It's more of just a display piece. But that being said, it's still really cool. I don't think any of these actually open, these pouches. I don't think they do. But we do have a lot of them. There's even some ammo like right there or something. Let's take a look. Let me get the instructions. And see, he himself, let's measure him top of the head to the bottom of the feet. So he comes in at about 12.5 inches. So if you're looking to put him in a case or something, definitely 12.5 inches is, you know, the top of the head to the bottom of the boot. So I'm just wondering about this hidden blade, where it would be put at. And it says it's forearm bracer. So maybe, let's see. Don't know. There's, oh, okay. So right here in the gauntlet, there's a little place just like that. A little Assassin's Creed, if you will. So there is that if you wanted to display it with that. And just have, oh, the hand came off, but yeah, it just plugs right in there. Just like that. It's molded for it and everything. So if you wanted to do that. It looks like the body itself is like a black, kind of foamy. Like the skin kind of feels foamy, like soft. Not sure the right word, but it is kind of squishy a little bit. So it's like a padding, I think. Slide that back on. And of course, it's going to be a pain because the sleeve's going to want to slide down. So, yeah, see, little things like that is what's going to keep it from, you know, being more of a play piece. Try have to get like a pair of tweezers or something and maybe pull that out. But we'll keep going with the review. So I am very impressed with this figure, just the aesthetic of it, just the look of it. You know, I'm not even got to the posability with the weapons and stuff. I'm just really blown away by this figure. We do have a holster. I believe that's for the pistol. So yeah, that's for that. We do have a sheath here for the knife. Of course, that's kind of wanting to hit it there. Let's see. Kind of like that, yeah. It's kind of on the outside of these. I don't really see a place for the stun grenades unless you just clip them on somewhere. See, I don't know if you can take these off. Okay, so these, the little pouches actually have a little ball joint, so they plug in there. So that's cool. Okay, that's good. Yeah, I'm not quite sure exactly where to place the stun grenades, other than just like hooking it to a belt somewhere. You know, there's no specific spot, I don't believe. So, but let's look at the katanas real quick. Okay, and since they're both the same, just kind of slide them in. They slide pretty good, and they go all the way up to the hilt. And it kind of gets a little, it catches right here, so they're not just going to fall out. So, slide this one in. Yeah, so they actually kind of slide and get a little tight here at the end, so they're not just going to fall out. So that's good. Let's see, we looked at that. We do have the hand here, or the machine gun here. Let's try swapping the hands. Let's try that. Let's see what we got. So we've got 2 fists, sword hands, and then gun hands. So let's try one of the gun hands and see how that looks. We're going to try the right hand and set that there. So yeah, these are extra pegs for the wrists. So if something happens to one of the wrist pegs. So these are good that they included that just in case. So we'll just kind of pull that off, and they come off pretty good. There's really no issue there. We'll just kind of push that on. So they go on and off pretty good. Really happy with that. Let's swing the bar out here. And go ahead and slide that in. And his trigger finger does go on the trigger. So there we go. There is the machine gun. And it kind of rests in the crook of his arm. Let's slide that over here. So bend that. That can kind of rest in the crook there, just like that. So yeah, so that's pretty cool. And of course, it's not as cool, as the original, but it'll do for right now. So that's cool. And then let's take this one out, and let's try the pistol. And same thing, goes into the hand really easy. Finger goes on the trigger. So pretty easy there, pretty cool. Of course, with all the movements, you can have him, have his hand on it in the holster. It's going to be really cool. At the end of this video, I'm going to take probably a ton of pictures of all the different poses and stuff that we can get with him, with all the the weapons and the hands and stuff. So definitely stay tuned for after this video for those photos. Yeah, I really like this figure. I'm really happy with it. I do have the original 12-inch version 4 Snake Eyes. That was the haul of, I'll have to look at it, but it was the big 12-inch haul figures that came out. They did like a Duke and Cobra Commander and a Destro, and I have the Snake Eyes. I'll throw a picture up real quick. So yeah, so I had that one. So if I get that one out, put this one up with it, all that, it'll look really cool. And then whenever Hasbro gets our classified Snake Eyes, throw that with all of these. But I'm real happy with this figure. I really like it. And it kind of came out of the blue, when I was trying to campaign for Hasbro getting us the version 4 Snake Eyes. So it's kind of a cool little figure here. But yeah, like I said, I'm going to take some pictures, so definitely stay tuned for those. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If there's anything I didn't cover, let me know in the comments. If there's something you want to see, let me know, and I'll do my best to do a follow-up video. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this one, and we'll catch you again next time.